welcome back to this module. So for this video, we are going to talk about several more complex SQL statements like between, in, like, and ILIKE operators. So let's go ahead and get started. So from the past videos, we have discussed the select statements and several other modifiers like the where clause, the order by, and the limit. And for this one, we are going to talk about between first. So between clause. So the between clause is an operator that can be used to match a value against a range of values. For example, value between low and high. So basically, this would be the syntax. So a between works hand in hand with the where clause. So for the syntax, so select all from table where column between value, low value and high value. So this generally works with fields with numbers. So for example, integers, floating point values, and dates. So let's go ahead and play around with our payment table. So let's display first all the data from our payment table. So select all from payment. So let's run that. So let's say we want to count all the payments with the amount ranging from $8 to $9, right? So we have several payments here. So again, display the number or count of payments with amount ranging between $8 to $9, right? So select all from payment. So this should be count, right? So because we are displaying the count of payments, so we need to display the amounts ranging between 8 to 9. So we need to use the where clause. Okay. So where amount, okay, between 8 and 9. So let's execute this statement here. So there, we have 439 payments with amounts between 8 to 9. But I just have a question here. So does the between statement include the values 8 and 9? So the answer to that question is yes. So both 8, the value 8 and 9 are included. So it just doesn't include 8.1, 8.2, and up to 8.9. It also includes 8 up to 9. Okay, so between is an inclusive operator. So it includes the low value and the high value. So let's do another example here. So display all payments between February 1 to February 15 2007, right? So select, again, let's display first. So select all from payment. Oops. Okay, so we need to display all the payments from February 1, 2007 to February 15, 2007. Okay, so we need to have a where clause here. So where payment date between. So if we're dealing with dates, it doesn't work like numbers. So we with regards to numbers, we just specifically type the numbers here. But with regards to dates, we are using the apostrophe as well. So we need to enclose the dates between apostrophe. So 2007, 2007 0201 and 2007 15 0215, right? So with regards to dates, you also need to enclose them with apostrophe, so they work as strings in this situation. So let's go ahead and try them. So there you go. We have several transactions here ranging from February 1 to February 15. Okay, So these are all the transactions. So as you can see, they are all under the date of February 14. So if you need to know the count, so just put count there. So just run them. We have 27 transactions from Feb 21 to Feb 15. So that's how the between statement works. So again, just always remember that the low and high values are included. But for example, if you want to search outside that range, we can just use the not between operator. So if you run this, so there you go. If we run the between first, for example, so let's try the uh, select all from payment. Select number from payment where amount is between 8 and 9. So we have 439 transactions where the amount is ranging from $8 to $9. But if we use not here, not between 8 and 9, we are checking outside 8 and 9. So we have 14,000 transactions which are not ranging from $8 to $9 in amount. So that's how the between and not between works. Let's now proceed with the in statement. So the in statement checks a value against several different values. So with regards to range, it's very specific that we are comparing the value or the column value between the low value and the high value. Wherein in the in statement, we are checking between several different specific values. So let's go ahead and try to use that as an example. So let's say we need to display all payments having the amount of 0.99, 1.98, and 1.99. Okay. So first, let's display all the data from the payment table. Let's go ahead and run this. So the in statement syntax works like this. So syntax. So select all from table where column in and then parentheses. So value 1, value 2, value 3, so on and so forth. You can use just one value. You can use 2 or more values. Okay. So if you want to have so if you want to compare a value of a column between several specific values, we can use the in statement. So where amount in, let's say 0.99, 198, and 199. If you can see here, I'm not using apostrophes. That's because the amount column is a numeric data type. But with regards to the payment date that we used earlier, it's timestamp without time zone. So with regards to timestamps, we need to use the apostrophes. With regards to strings, we also need to use the apostrophes. But with regards to numeric values, so numeric, integer, small int, big int, we can just type the values directly. Okay. So let's go ahead and run this. So there we go. Now we have displayed all the payments where the amount is either 0.99, 1.98, or 1.99. So let's go ahead and check. There you go. All the values in here are ranging from the values, specific values from 0.99, 198, and 199. So let's go ahead and try to use this, the in statement in the actors table. So select all from actor. Let's just display. It's just an easier way of displaying all the values. So let's okay. So I'm gonna experiment for a bit. So order by last name. Okay. So okay. So now let's say I want to display all the actors having the last name of Allen. So let's list them down. Allen, Birch, Brody, and DeGeneres. Okay. So in order for us to use the in statement here, so select all from actor where last name is in, let's say Allen, Birch, Brody, or DeGeneres. Let me just double check if my spellings are correct. DeGeneres, okay. So as you can see here, I'm using apostrophes to enclose the values. That's because the last name is characters, okay? So with regards to text, you always need to enclose them with apostrophes. So let's go ahead and run this. So there you go. I have just displayed the actors having the last name of Allen, Birch, Brody, or DeGeneres. So that's how the end statement works. So feel free to take a short break if you need to. I know this has been a lot to digest. So if you need a short break, please do take your break. So welcome back. So after using the in statement, after discussing that, we are going to discuss several string pattern matching operators such as like and ILIKE. So far, with regards to our where statements, we can have direct comparisons between strings. So for example, we have select all from actor where first name is John, for example. But what if we need to do some sort of general pattern matching? So for example, we need to find all the emails ending in ending in gmail.com, right? So this is a string, or let's say we need to find customers having the first letter of their name as J, for example. We need to find all customers starting with the with names starting with the letter J. So we need to do some sort of a string pattern matching in order for us to achieve this kind of output. So in order for us to do that, we need to use the like and the ILIKE operators. So how do these work? So the syntax would be something like this. So select all from actor, for example, where table name, where column like, and then we will do the string pattern matching here. So either it's a percent or an underscore. We will deal with that later, okay? So for the percent and underscore signs, they are wildcard handlers. So wildcards can be percent or underscore, right? So for the percent, matches any sequence of characters. For the underscore, matches any single character. So what do I mean by this? If the value I want to match, let's say all names that begin with an A should be A percent, right? So capital A then percent. So percent here matches any sequence of characters. So this value can be, let's say, Albert, Alfred, for example, any other names that start with an A and follows with any other character should fall under this one. So all names that begin with an A should look something like this. So what about all names that end with an A? So that should be something like this. So percent A. So that could be Alberta, Roberta, for example. I don't know. So as you can see here, the percent could be any sequence of characters that could be after the A. While here, with the percent small a, this could be any array of character that could be before the small letter A, right? So here, Alberta could also fall under capital A, percent small a. So Alberta falls between this. But Roberta doesn't, because this should match the first letter between the wildcard. So with regards to the wildcard here, so wildcard is the percent and underscore. just assume that they are just placeholders for any other strings, right? So I have a question for you guys. Does AA fall under this one? The answer is yes. So AA still falls under A%, A, right? So again, for a sequence of characters, use percent, but for any single character, use the underscore. So let's say, so that's it for the percent wildcard. Let's now try to use the underscore wildcard. So um let's say foo. So let's say our query is like um F underscore O, foo is true because this checks if any single character is matching F and O. So this like statement here checks if a 3-letter word, okay, that begins with an F and ends with an O is true. Okay, so foo falls here. So if we try to do this, so FO underscore, so foo also falls here. Fo, I believe. So any other letter that falls under this is true. So let's try to use this in an example. So the challenge would be display. So display all names of customers having an ER in their name, in their first name. Okay. So select all from customer where again the like operator should be inside our where statement. Okay. So where first name like so we need to determine the ER should be inside their name, right? So that should be percent ER percent. So let's go ahead and run this. Oops, we need to just display the first name. Okay. So let's run this. So Jennifer has an ER, although it's at the ending part of the name, it still counts. Okay. Kimberly also is also included here. Catherine, Heather, Teresa, Cheryl, Catherine, so on and so forth. But if we change this to just percent ER, this means that all names ending in ER should only be included. So let's go ahead and run that. So Jennifer, Heather, Esther, Amber, Christopher, Walter, Peter, Roger, so on and so forth. Okay. So we can combine percent, the percent wildcard and the underscore wildcard here. So for example, instead of this one, we use underscore HER percent. So with this query, this means that the HER should be inside their name after any particular first letter, and then it should come before any other string of characters. So let's try to query this. So as you can see, the underscore here represents one letter, right? So Cheryl, okay. So the wildcard here is a single letter, so C counts. And then any other string of characters should follow the HER, right? So that's it for the like. But by the way, the like statement is case sensitive, right? So that's why we use this one. So capital A and small a. But if you don't want to use case sensitive values, just use I like. So let's go ahead and have an exercise. So welcome back. I have a few challenges for you guys. So number one, display the names of customer beginning with the word Jen. Okay. So let's try to again, please pause the video if you want to do this on your own. Okay. So we will start doing this now. Okay. So I'll just delete all of these. So again, customers beginning with the word Jen. So select first name from customer where first name is like Jen. Okay, and then for the wildcard, we will be using the percent sign here because we want to get all the names beginning with Jen. We don't care about any other letters or string of characters after Jen. right? So here, I'll just run this. So Jennifer, Jenny, and Jenny. So that's it for the first part of the challenge. So now let's go to number 2. So display all films containing the word sumo wrestler in the description. Okay. So let's go ahead and just browse the fields of our film table here. So select all from film where again the sumo wrestler must be in the description. So description, again, if you don't care about the capitalization of letters, you may use ILIKE. So ILIKE, let's try to use ILIKE here. So ILIKE sumo wrestler. Okay, and then percent after that. So let's try to run this. Okay, there are a lot of films that contains a sumo wrestler in the description. Okay, a fast-paced story of a sumo wrestler and a girl who must defeat a car in a balloon factory. Okay, so whatever that is, that's really interesting. Okay, so that's it. So display all films containing the word sumo wrestler in the description. So where description, ILIKE percent sumo wrestler percent. Okay. So let's go ahead and try number 3. So display all films beginning with the word A. Okay. So select all from film where the word, okay, with the title beginning with the word A. Okay. So where title like A percent, right? So if you need A to be the first letter of your wildcard, so you need to put A and then a percent sign after that. So let's try to run this. There you go. Airport Pollock, Academy Dinosaur, Ace Goldfinger, etc. etc. Now let's go to challenge number 4. Display all addresses that contain drive or way. So let's go ahead and just browse our addresses table here. So columns, address. Okay. So select all from address. Oops. Where address like again drive or oops, this should be another percent. So way. Okay. So percent or sorry, address like a percent way. So let's go ahead and run this. This is a very interesting query. So as you can see here, we used the or to have two patterns match, right? So here, in the first condition where address like drive percent drive percent, the drive could be anywhere between our address, right? So it could be in the middle, it could be at the end, but in the way, but in the second condition or address like way must be at the last part of our string. So for example, this one, Hanoi Way, right? Compostela Way, Joliet Way. If we decided to use ILIKE here, ILIKE and percent here at the end of way. So let's try this. I'll just be removing this one, so the address, and I'll bring down this, right? So here, ILIKE, it still displayed the parkway, okay? So as you can see, even if we have an uppercase W here, the parkway was included. So IDFU parkway. So the parkway here has its W in lowercase, but in our ILIKE, it's an uppercase here. So that is still included because ILIKE is not case sensitive, right? So that's it for number 4. Let's go to number 5. So display all addresses which district has H as the second letter, S as the fourth letter, and U as the last letter. Okay, so I'll just copy this one here so that we have a bit of a note. So there you go. And U as the last letter. So let's go ahead and do that. So select all from address where district, okay, like. So H as the second letter. So we need to have one wildcard character for our beginning letter. So that is an underscore H. And then S as the fourth letter. So we need to have one more character after the H. So 1, 2, 3. S is the fourth character. And then U as the last letter, right? So we need to use percent because we don't care whatever array of character is between S and U. We just know that U should be the last letter. So let's double check if this is correct. H as the second letter. So we have underscore H. S as the fourth letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And one wildcard character here. And U as the last letter. So percent U. Okay. So let's go ahead and run this. There you go. So our district is Chisinau. So I'm guessing this is in Hawaii. Um Okay, so H as the second letter, so H is correct. S as the fourth letter, so S is correct. And U as the last letter. So this one is correct, okay? So that is it for between, in, and like, and I like. Okay, so that's module 1 of databases for game developers. So you will be having your assessment test after this module. So feel free to review the videos. Ask me any question you like. If you need help with something, please let me know or other teaching assistants know. And I wish you luck and a good job for reaching this part of the course. And I'll see you on the next module.